Attention shoppers, we've got to clean up on Aisle H.
What the other wolves think?
A true crime cleanup on Aisle H.
Diabolical.
Starting now.
No, he's telling you that she's bats.
Howdy, Holeheads. Kurt Money here, alongside my co-host,
Kateline.
and we're here to talk about a show for the first time called An Unexpected Killer, which I believe is an ID channel oxygen joint, but for our purposes, it's streaming on the cock.
Oh, God, the cock. Apparently,
Doing so bad.
Apparently, they're not gonna fold any moment. No, they
maybe.
are.
They
are.
Yeah. And it'll be awesome because I've always said it's too big to fail. Like NBC needs to have a platform. But now I'm like, could you imagine if HBO or Paramount or whoever bought them, like Netflix was like, oh, we'll take the Universal catalog. Like, what's the next step for them?
That's the next step.
Oh my God. Okay. That's Bummerville, man. I'm going to read you the IMDb description and then I'm going to get your thoughts. Cool?
Like we don't do that every week.
I know,
Is that-
Kate, but
is that okay?
listen, without a response, I just need like a mm-hmm or a yep.
Yep.
Yep. There we go.
Yep.
We go. All right, this aired June 4th, 2021. This is one half of it. I cut out one half. When a beloved elderly woman is viciously murdered, detectives discover a chilling connection to another unsolved murder. Also, frogs. Ooh, that is good. That is pretty good. What do you think?
You added that last part.
Perhaps I did. But Kate, what did you think of this episode? Have you ever partied with an unexpected killer? Give me the lowdown.
I don't know if it's just because we've done so many of these, but I thought that we already did an episode of this. This show just seemed so familiar, so much like all the other ones.
Well, was it the frog thing? Because the body next door, that doc, remember, she did her killing with that frog statue.
Yeah, I've killed him. I've battered him with a stone frog because he was getting on my nerves.
It wasn't the frogs. It was the name of the show, the credits,
Yeah.
the whole vibe. I was like, I feel like we've done one of these. No, we haven't.
We haven't, and I guess that's just like, get ready for that, Kate. Because, guess what? A lot of these are pretty much the same show.
And they all want to be Dateline.
They do. Although I liked this show and another one we're going to do called Unusual Suspects. A few times where I'll go, well, gosh darn it, if I did not expect that killer. Guys, you got me.
Well, I'll be.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'll be.
So what's up? Did you like this story? Did you like the show? I don't think it has anything too crazy. Like, it's such a straightforward crime show.
Yeah, like I said, it seemed like we'd done it. It was kind of run of the mill. No complaints either. And I had not heard of this case, even though there were parts of it that seemed kind of familiar. But then I just realized that, like, well, Kate, women get murdered a lot, so that's what's familiar.
Yeah, that's the familiar part. Yep. I don't want to jinx this. I feel like I'm crushing it pick-wise. I feel like this was a good one, too.
This was a good one, and the killer...
Careful.
It made my blood boil, like most do.
Oh,
but
yes.
the fact that they really never would have solved these murders.
Nope.
Had it not been for one person.
Yeah.
In like a moment of clarity.
Yes.
Years in. Just
It's
wild.
crazy.
It's just wild.
It's-
And frogs.
Yeah, and frogs. All right, let's get in. And I'm ready to talk about some frogs. That's for damn sure.
Did you know
What's that?
that I actually love frogs?
Do you? Tell me.
Now-
Do you want me to buy you everything frogs from here on out?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I don't love them that much. A friend of mine, she and we both love frogs.
Okay.
And we send each other frog content on social media. But I also had to tell her.
Like them in little trees and stuff? Like little videos of real frogs doing frogs? Or like,
yeah.
check out this napkin with a frog on
Oh,
it.
no. Real frogs chilling.
Okay.
Doing funny
Frogs, man.
But we also had to have a conversation. Like, okay, we are not buying each other merch.
So the reason why we're talking about this, our poor victim that we're going to talk about shortly, she loved herself some friggin' frogs. She was surrounded by everything frog, and the pics are unreal. I mean, it is truly frog central in there.
It's like a frog house.
It's a frog house.
Everything in her house was frogs. And I have seen that before on social media. There are people who love frogs that much, where it's their entire house, their car, every outfit they wear. green hair.
Oh, but her color was purple, which I also approve of. I was kind of into this lady's vibe because this frog thing, this is the joke that this usually comes to. And it happened with me with nutcrackers for years and years and years. You say you like an animal one time and then you get a gift of it every year. Everybody's got that, especially with kids or family members. This lady was like, no, frog me up.
Don't stop.
You can never buy me enough frogs.
She wasn't kidding.
Okay, we are in Kansas City, Missouri in 2010, I believe. Correct? Do you remember the date? I wonder.
I don't.
We're going to let a clip cover that part.
Nothing seems out of the ordinary on October 29th, 2010.
No, you know what's funny? I was like, the episode opens, and it's like talking about Kansas City.
Kansas City can be a very fun place to be.
I was like, don't bother, Unexpected Killer. What, you think you're going to city conf this shit? You ain't going to do it.
You think you're going to tell
You ain't
us
gonna do it.
anything about Kansas City?
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
we're Knoxville fans over here.
That's right. And like, you better get ready to throw down, dude, because you're not going to talk about Kansas City for 10 minutes, are you? They were just like,
You're not
bing,
gonna go
bing,
back
boom.
hundreds of years.
Knoxville was founded in 1791.
911 call. A woman calls and says, my 75-year-old mother is dead at the bottom of the stairs. I was worried about her. I came over to check on her. Get over her. She's ice cold. The cops come.
I showed them my mother's body laying at the bottom of the stairs.
There's a ton of glass frogs wrecked and covered in blood. So they're thinking she like fell into all her glass frogs. Some of them broke, cut her up. Irony, the frogs killed her.
Right.
But then they turn her over and what are they like? Oops. There's a lot of holes in her.
She got hella stabbed.
Clearly, this is no accident, and detectives arrive to begin a homicide investigation.
We're talking to this detective a lot. Now, I'm not going to call him a dingus, but perhaps a simpleton. Was he not a little simple in this case?
Was this the guy that was like crying?
It looked like it. Like, honestly, it was like shaved head kind of, or really short. Like,
I don't think he was a dingus because he was on top of it, but
but he was saying things that were like, oh, wow. Now, here's just a little taste, okay? Defensive wounds, not an accident, so she was murdered. This is the quote, and this is word for friggin' word. When someone is stabbed, it's usually because of some kind of emotion, because you're actually stabbing someone.
When someone's stabbed like the victim was, it usually means there's some sort of emotion tied there because you're actually stabbing someone instead of just shooting them or something like that.
Really?
wow.
So wait, a stabbing is like a stabbing and it's different from a shooting because it's like, an emotional thing? Okay, dude, sit down.
Because you're like
Take a breath.
actually stabbing them.
Were there any facts in that little tidbit that he just gave us?
No, but I do know what he meant.
Same. I do too. I know absolutely what he meant. Honestly, what he means is a hilarious stand-up bit that I cannot credit right now. McClure would be able to tell me who it is. But the person who's like, getting stabbed is worse because you see it in slow motion. You're like, no. Like a gunshot, you're just like, pew, pew. You don't even see it. That's really funny.
So the daughter is calling everybody saying mom fell down the stairs and died. She didn't even know yet that it was murder. She's upstairs making calls.
She's guessing.
And she's just assuming. And then they come and tell her, they're like, hey, this is a homicide. And she's like, duh, what?
I don't think I've ever been that stunned in my entire life.
I get, like, we're primed. We're going to crime scenes going, this is a freaking crime scene. She found her elderly mother at the bottom of the steps. Like, she probably had a heart attack. Done.
Also, she didn't roll her over, so she didn't see that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she worked in the field of
She did.
criminology. She was a parole officer. So I'm sure she's seen a good deal of stuff in her time.
Yeah. So she went to school for criminal justice, right? Mm-hmm. Why doesn't that... I'm not going to say just being a parole officer. I don't mean just parole officer. I didn't know that was a requirement to be a parole officer. I feel like go do something cooler, I suppose. Something else, like...
Right.
Something that there's a TV show about it with letters and stuff. Right? I don't know.
It's true. I have to think, though, during her studies and maybe starting out in her career, she just kind of realized what she'd rather be doing and found her niche. Mm-hmm. That's how she ended up where she is. But she could have been on the forensics team. She could have been any of that.
Pathologist. Mm-hmm. Did you notice, this is where I wrote down, music is terrible and too loud. Did this jump out at you? How god-awful the music was. It was the most cliche, as someone who has listened to countless sound-alikes or public domain music type shit, I know when somebody's not, when they're just phoning it in. And these were tracks that were phoning it in. They're just like, did it not jump out at you?
It did not. I'm sorry. I'm sure if I went back, I would notice it, but
yeah,
it didn't jump out.
I got a BYV, but I'm going to hold off on that. But because there was some B-roll stuff that had me rolling. Daughter finds body. Oh, this is where we talk about how Nina loved frogs. She was quirky, they say.
She was.
God, I loved it.
Nina was quirky. I can't tell you how much she loved frogs.
I loved it. When I say she liked purple, her carpet was like purple shag. Her bed sheets were like satin looking purple. I mean, honestly, she's kind of burbsing with it. She's kind of doing her burbs thing with these frogs.
She was. And you know what? It's people like this that make life interesting.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Whenever I see like a hideously wrapped or painted car, I'm always like, hell yeah.
Yeah, put that weird, like, big boobed drawing on there.
Weird. Because in a sea of like white, beige, just tan, so many versions of, blandness.
Yes.
It's so nice to add a little flavor in the mix. And this is what she was doing on the reg.
I want to say this. Anytime that she had to let someone in to work on something, you made that person's day and they're going to go home and go, I was at this lady's house today. She had a billion frogs. Okay? This lady loved frogs. And I can relate to this at the OG Kurt Cave in West Hollywood when I was in LA. You were there. It was a one-room movie place with my projector and how I'd blacked everything out and painted the walls blue and I had movie posters.
Yep.
People would walk in and go like, whoa! Right?
Yeah.
Good, honey.
Okay, cops are still at the scene. They're doing their thing. What do they find in the knife drawer, Kate? What do they find in there?
They find a knife with like a wooden handle and it's got blood all gathered around the handle. This is the murder weapon.
But what else? What's wrong with the blade? It's friggin' bent, dog.
It's bent because it definitely hit her...
Hip bone.
It hit her rib cage.
Yeah, and why did he put it back, bro? One, there's visible blood. This is not like microscopic blood. I can see it with my dumb eyes looking at the picture on the TV screen. He left blood on this knife, but it was the only knife with a bent to blade. Like, dude, this is... Take it with you and throw it. Like, this is obviously the murder weapon.
Throw it down the storm drain.
That could mean that somebody had tried to wipe it clean.
We see buttons on the floor that were missing from her clothes. She was also sexually assaulted and stuff. It's a real bummer what this lady went through, especially because we love her to death for the frogs. And the pictures of her just holding frog and mean mugging the camera like, please, take pictures for the insurance. These are my frog things as well.
She was mean mugging. She was dead ass.
She had a mean mug on her, dude.
Forensics bagged the knife for further analysis and processed the house with luminol, which can indicate the presence of blood.
The luminol tells us that somebody was moving around.
Luminol lesson that we don't need. I mean, don't waste your time.
No, we're experts. Keep it moving.
Did you see the placemat and what the placemat said in this crime scene?
No.
It had a funny little line on it, and I don't think it's funny. I don't get it, but I'm going to share it with you, and I cracked up. Ready?
Okay.
This is a house divided. Half dust, half dirt.
Cute.
But what does it mean? It means that I don't dust, but also that I'm messy. What's the joke? It feels good to say because of the double D, okay? Dirt, dust, dirt. Fun to say. But what's the joke?
The joke is, I don't clean.
Okay. But is there a difference between dust and dirt?
Well, dust is mostly human skin.
Ew. Okay. Continue, but ew.
And dirt.
No. They find a witness who says, yeah, something weird happened. I saw this dude, like, limping to his vehicle. But they say the vehicle, but I feel like, beep, beep.
Beep, beep. Who's that?
Who is it?
Oh, it's Car Kate.
Car Kate.
What up, y'all? It's Car Kate. This neighbor saw a man limping to his vehicle, which was a black Jeep Wrangler.
AKA straight up J-Dub.
It was a J-Dub.
It wasn't the year of my vehicle. I don't know what year it was, but I had a black Jeep Wrangler. This was straight up my wheels. Soft top, though. Mine was hard top.
You prefer the hard top.
Yeah. Now, okay, we don't need to say, hey, Kate, what do you think about the Jeeps? Because I couldn't stop you from sharing your dumb opinion about Jeep Wranglers the other day. if I recall.
They're bad cars, Kurt.
There it is. Okay. Now
But
I don't
look,
need to put the flashback in. You just said it again.
I think they're fun. I think they're cute, but they are an absurd waste of money, and
Nah.
they will break down immediately.
It's weird that I moved across the country in it, Kate. It's weird. I was able to do that and had it for over a decade and stuff. It's wild what a great car it was for old K money.
You got lucky.
Well, anyway, point is, Jeeps are dope. Everybody agrees.
Yes!
Great line from this dumb cop again. He goes, and basically said, like, there's this guy limping into this Jeep Wrangler who was just like, he looked like he was up to no good.
Thanks. Thanks, bud. He must have just been a nervous talker.
He kind of looked like he was probably up to no good.
Cops catch a break. Her cell phone is in use, and it's nearby. Now, how are you feeling about this? I've got a big thought on this, but tell me about this. How's this go?
Considering they found the knife still in the house, I thought, yeah, he probably did just take the phone and he's around the corner somewhere.
Yeah, he's around the corner doing something on it, right? He's texting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's texting.
They get a warrant or whatever. They break into this house, and this is the house of Lil Mickey.
Lil Mickey.
This is my boy Lil Mickey, who's like, no. I just found a free phone, dudes.
I just found it around the corner. It was laying on the sidewalk. And I'm hard up right now. I had some calls to make, so
yeah,
I took it.
This is so fascinating to me. This is me joining my own list. But is this not, word for word, the second act of a Law and Order? Where they track the phone, they chase the guy down, and it's never, ever the killer in the second act. Ever.
Mm-mm.
This is straight up out of a TV show.
Yeah, 100%.
Despite hours of questioning, Lil Mickey stands by his story.
So Lil Mickey was cleared. They said he had a complex alibi, but it checked out. Wonder what's complex to these guys. What do you think? Like a second location or something, and they're like, okay, they go back to this witness, and they go, so that dude, we know he was up to no good. We know he's got a dope-ass ride. Can you sit down with our sketch artist and see what we can get going there?
Yeah.
And they see the sketch. First step is, before they release, the Paige is the name of this daughter that we're talking to. She is, and we're about to find out, she's more than just family member of the deceased.
Yes.
She's a friggin' all-star.
She is
goddamn
absolutely the all-star. As we mentioned up top, she solved this.
Yeah, straight up solves it. I mean, she is in the upper echelon for us. Like, the other people like this, like that lady the guy who put himself in prison forever. That lady, remember her going to the streets of Utah dealing with Mormons with guns or whatever? Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah. Those Mormon street toughs.
Yes, there you go. Oh, and she goes, and I put my fist through the TV. That's what she wanted to do. It's so good. I love her.
There's times that I wanted to put my fist through the TV.
But they bring Paige in. They go, Paige, we got a great looking drawing here, right? Tell us, who is this?
Tell us you know this guy. And she's like, it is a good drawing, but I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, no friggin' clue. So they're like, all right, well, you know what? Let's release it to the media and see if we get anything out of it. And they end up taking like between 40 and 50 DNA samples. And they said something where it was like, it was easy to get people to give it up because it's like, this was for a rape and murder of an old woman. So if you want to tell us no, then we're going to raise our eyebrow at you.
We're going to be like, oh, because you like rape and murder elderly people in your spare time? Or like you hang around and have sex with a lot of elderly folk.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, oh my God, yeah, here's my DNA.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth.
Honestly, most people were willing to provide their DNA to us when we explained that this was an elderly woman that was brutally murdered.
This thing is going to be on my list later, but I'm going to say it now because I got to plant the seed, because boy, do I get one up on this guy later in this freaking episode. But he says, we collect this 50 samples of DNA, and he says, now it's not like on TV. Where the dang thing is done fast, okay? Where there's a quick ass turnaround. He goes, this took a month. This is real life, y'all.
It'd be nice as a detective to get DNA results like they do on TV, 5 seconds later. But it was about a month after the homicide when we got our results back.
Okay, so keep that in mind for later when we're talking about DNA. Remember that fact. Okay.
Noted.
Oh, also, they find unknown DNA. This unknown DNA, it doesn't match anybody. They don't know whose it is. However, it's the same unknown DNA that was at another crime scene 2 years prior.
In a different city.
It was a match to another unsolved murder in Harrisonville, Missouri.
There was another murder, similar MO, although the gal murdered wasn't as old.
No, but it was shot in the head, sexually motivated. They left we forgot to mention, did we mention the tub running? They had
Yes.
at her house, the upstairs tub was running, the tub she did not use, and the faucet and tub were running, like, overflowing.
Mm-hmm. And Paige had to go and turn it off.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened at this other murder.
Yeah, Carrie Jo Roberts is this other lady. They don't tell Paige the daughter just yet about the second murder.
Carrie Jo Roberts was found inside her home in the bathtub, shot in the head with the bathtub running, just like Nina.
Now we talked to one of the cops that was at this first murder for Carrie Jo, and I know you better friggin' know who I'm talking about when I say Flat Top.
Flat Top, of course.
Oh, okay. First, also, excellent name, Everett Babcock. Ah!
Nice.
Dude, hell of a name. And I'll tell you this, there are two hairstyles as a kid where me and Odeb, my cousin, it was something to aspire to. One was long enough to put it in a ponytail. Okay?
Sure.
That would take so much time. Second, I never achieved, and I feel like I only ever saw it in movies or like crazy athletes, the friggin' flat top. Okay? The flat top eluded me because when I would do it, it just like, it would require so much gel or hairspray or all this shit to try and get it to stay up, and it never would. It just looked like a crown of wet corner hair, like Bart Simpson or something.
Kind of like, what's his name from Jersey Shore?
Yeah, or like a Pauly D or something.
Pauly D. His is always wet and it's sticking up kind of on the sides. And I mean, that's a vibe too.
Yeah.
But it can never be, gravity is just working against it at all times.
But what is it with the hair that can do it? This guy can do it, and you know he's not stuffing his hair with hairspray and gel in the morning, right? Like, there's no way. But he's got a straight up friggin' flat top.
I think
and I'm so jealous.
His hair must be very, very thick. Yours is just too thin to stand up that high.
Yeah.
I mean, mine too. I got thin hair. It would never do that.
Okay. Well, it looked good, and I loved it. And I was like, dude, Everett Babcock, I want your name, and I want your hair.
That name sounds fake.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Paige doesn't like this taking so long. Now, keep in mind, years aren't passing. This is like 7 months or something.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it'd feel like an eternity to the daughter, because that's the other thing, is they had a great relationship, and they were the only two. I mean, her husband ditched her very early on and, quote, left her destitute.
Yep.
Right?
And she worked her ass off.
Yeah.
To keep them fed and housed,
Mm-hmm.
and Paige...
Just her and her one daughter.
Just her and... She and Paige respected her so much for it. She was like, my mom was a badass.
Yeah.
She did very well for herself. She was a very strong-willed woman.
I liked Paige, and I'll tell you this, I liked the lady that played Paige in the reenactments. I thought she was a bit of a smoke show. Okay, what do you think?
I did not pay her any mind.
Well, I'll send you a screenshot. It might be that I'm just in that Nurse Dana mode. Okay, so she's going to every antique shop. Maybe, why is she going to antique shops?
To find frog stuff?
Is that what it is? Like maybe there's a frog that was brought in recently with a speck of blood on it or something? She's looking for this white male that limps.
She is doing probably everything she can think of that she learned in school on how to investigate crimes.
You're right, Kate.
Hit up local antique shops, thrift stores, things where her mother's belongings may have ended up.
Yeah. Yeah, and she also, so every time she sees a black Jeep Wrangler, she's snapping pics of the license plates and sending them in. And they mention this, and we relate to this when you're looking for a new car, when you get a new car. All of a sudden, you see the car you're thinking about all over the place because you're looking for it. Mm-hmm. So imagine that with this, where it's like, oh, the murderer of my mother drives a black Jeep Wrangler. You are eyes on the road like zzz.
I would be looking every day, all day. And she did. And she took probably hundreds of photos and sent them in.
Yeah.
Like, what about this one? What about this one?
Yeah.
And they'd run the plate.
Yeah.
It would not give anything suspicious.
So at this point, she's going, yeah, I would look at that drawing, and they put it up on a billboard too. And I'd see the billboards all over. And I wasn't convinced by this sketch. Like they're talking kind of like poo-pooing the idea of a police sketch where it's like, well, he's wearing glasses in the photo. What if he doesn't wear glasses now? Or whatever. Mm-hmm. But she's cruising. She's going down 71.
I was driving down 71 Highway.
And she sees just the bottom half of the drawing's face.
And I just happened to glance up at the billboard.
And she says it hits her like a ton of bricks. She knows who it is.
After all this time, looking at this picture, how many times? All she had to do was kind of cover the top half, and the mouth just struck her. And she was like, oh my f***ing God. That's my ex-boyfriend from like 15 years ago.
Kate, it's her ex-boyfriend from 23 years ago.
Wild.
It's even longer.
Wild. And I'm thinking, No.
We met in 1983 at Central Missouri State University. Had a relationship for 3 years.
This is where I got to give this show mad props, because she goes, I knew it, and I knew it right then. It was Jeff. And I'm going, Jeff who? Who the is Jeff? Am I forgetting a Jeff?
And it's just an epiphany. It was Jeff.
This was the jaw on the floor going, I'm sorry, say what now?
A guy she dated in college who she wasn't really in touch with that often. Like, I think they had a touch base like once or twice in that 23 years.
So it's Jeff Moreland, and we talk about this. She dated him in college, and yet again we find ourselves with people who aren't married posing for photos together. We see another photo of these two.
Yes.
From
looking
the
like
80s.
A Sears portrait studio photo.
Yes.
All
what is up with
glammed
that?
I don't
They weren't
know.
married?
They were not married, and they were just kids.
Yeah. I know Paige looked so cute in that photo too.
And Jeff
I felt
didn't.
so bad for her. No, he looked like a total frickin' stooge.
He did.
So here's the thing. They met in criminal justice, but they part ways because they got different career paths. She goes the parole officer route. What does his career entail?
Kurt, you know this man was a cop.
Frickin' cop.
So then, at first, when she says, I knew it was Jeff, I say, no, probably not. And then when she says, he's a cop, I'm like, it's Jeff.
She hadn't seen this guy since 1994. And at that time, he was like, hey, you know, I'm a cop. I patrol around your mom's neighborhood. I go down her street and just check on her, see if she's cool. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And at the time, I thought, oh, that's so sweet. But now looking back on it, just don't know.
It's just insane that this much time has gone by. And she talks about how her mom didn't want them to break up.
She loved this guy.
Her mom
Always.
loved Jeff and thought they should have gotten married, and he was basically the one that got away.
Yeah, and so she would definitely let this guy in if he showed up 23 years later and says, like, what's up, frog lady? I got a new frog for you. Remember me?
The cops also, as they were investigating, they figured that whoever did this was probably someone that she either knew or would be happy to let in.
Yeah.
So that's why they were checking out like all the people that had done work for her recently or anybody that she was already familiar with. Because there was no break-in.
There was no break-in. They were also trying to find a connection between, like, what does Carrie Jo have to do with Nina? Like, do their circles overlap? And they were like, they don't at all.
They don't at all.
Okay, so she gets this info and she goes back to her office and she says, I talked to the girls in the office. And they're like, well, hey, look them up. Because remember, she's in the system, right? She's a parole officer. She goes, all right, let me plug his name into the system here. And wouldn't you know it, she finds that Jeff Moreland. And Kate, what kind of car is registered to Jeff Moreland?
A black Jeep Wrangler.
Mother, right? I mean, this is good for me. I say, This is it. Where's the cuffs?
Just go get him.
Yeah.
Just go get him.
And lo and behold, if he didn't have a black Jeep Wrangler registered in his name, and I nearly lost my cookies.
So now we get the scoop on this Jeff guy. He had retired as a cop 5 years prior because, well, one, he's old a little bit. He is in retiring age, but also he has Parkinson's setting in.
And they're thinking, well, he was limping away from the crime scene. Could that have been the Parkinson's?
Yeah, so she takes it to the cops, and they're like, okay, great, we'll take a look. They go directly to his house. Oh, this is how they play it, too. They're like, let's just go to this guy now and see if he'll give us his DNA. Just try and clear him straight up. So they go to his house. They're like, Jeff, what's up, dude? Look, we got to clear your name here. Do you mind? Just a matter of crossing it off our list. Can we just get a quick swab? Just a quick swab.
Yeah.
What's Jeff say?
He says, you know what? I can't right now. I'm busy. Sorry.
And he goes, ooh, I can't. I'd love to, but I'm taking my cat to the vet. Bye.
He said, well, I've got to go take my cat to the vet. And he went back inside his house.
And so they leave, and they call him back later, and they're like, you sure, dude? We'll come to you. Like, can we just get this DNA? And he's like, fellas, I'd love to. I'm just so busy. I'm too busy.
So busy.
They're like, all right. Week passes. They get a call from the sheriff or like the captain from Harrisonville, where this other murder took place. It's basically Jeff's old boss, captain, calls up our guys and is like, hey, Jeff Moreland, I met him at a gas station and he did a swab of DNA in front of me and I'm supposed to give it to you right now.
And they're like, okay, that's great. That's unusable. And this cop in Harrisonville, I got the impression that he didn't realize this would be unusable. They had to explain to him why this was no good, which is scary because he's a cop.
A little. They got him to admit that he did not see his hands 100% of the time because it was like a car swap.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this cop. Oh, and the cop also goes, all right, well, I guess I'll just throw this out. And they go, no, we'll take it.
They're like, no,
We'll take it.
We'll take it. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Idiot.
So now they've got their DNA. They were able to get it. They send off the DNA, and I'm thinking, now this guy, he freaking schooled me earlier. He put me in my freaking place. He said, don't think this is like a TV show, you dummy.
Like they do on TV.
It's going to take a month to come back. This is what I'm thinking at this point in the app. And then this guy, the very same guy, says,
We drove all the way back from Iowa with it, and then the next morning we got the DNA results back.
ooh, I'm sorry. Is this a TV show I'm watching?
I think we're watching a TV show here, Kurt.
I thought this was fiction. I thought this was a bad TV show move, my man. What do you think, Kate?
I think it can come back as fast as it wants to come back. I think if you need it, it'll come back.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Like the whole time when he first said the first thing, in my mind, I'm going, well, look, here's the deal. You know that they can come back fast if it's a priority. Mm-hmm. It's possible. Well, the cases that we watch on a TV show, they're the important ones. That's why they're in a TV show. So they got the turnaround. So already poo-poo, no to you. Mm-hmm. And then for him to say that 48 hours, they got the results. I was like, dude, what's up, man? What's up?
Did you think that this one was more of a priority?
I guess so. I just loved it was the same guy. God, I wish he had been like, oh, wait, can I take back what I said earlier? Okay, so Jeff is on the run. This is a bummer. He freaking raped somebody in Harrisonville while they're looking for him. Now, luckily, she gets away. And runs to the cops. And she takes him back to where it happened, Jeff Moreland's house. Great.
He knew the walls were closing in on him, and he just was like, F it.
Yeah. And so they go to Paige again. Again, Paige, Detective Paige, who has done their work for them across the board. They say, hey, where would he be? She goes, Iowa, family. And where is he? He's holed up in a hotel in Iowa by family.
Yep. He's exactly where Paige knew he would be all these years later.
Nailed it. Again. Mm-hmm. Oh, and they find him and they're passed down because he tried to kill himself with over-the-counter medications. Oh, Jeffy! No, Jeff! What do you think? What's up, Kate? Are we feeling bad for Jeff?
Not
we want him to pull through?
Even a little.
They save his ass, thank God. They bring him with them. Like, it was like, we're not letting him out of our sight now. Mm-hmm. They charge the guy 2 murders, attempted murder, and a rape. It turns out that DNA he got was like his daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah.
He said like, and this is funny because he lied to the boyfriend and said there's a paternity test that I'm being accused of. I love that he lied and made a paternity test like the dude's going to be like, right on, man, because you're getting laid, man. That's why it's these broads and their paternity test, man.
And also, why wouldn't the daughter's boyfriend be like, well, if it's not yours, then give your DNA?
Yeah, exactly. And he's probably like, I'm too busy. I can't even have this conversation. Got life without parole. No witnesses for his side. He didn't go on the stand, so it was kind of like, okay. And Paige talks about what happened, and this is where she says, the kill shot was through the throat. And I was like, damn, dude. Paige is going hard.
Yeah.
But I kind of liked it.
Kill shot was here through the throat.
So they theorize that after he had to retire because of Parkinson's, that he did this because he had like lost power and stuff. Like, so this is why he goes on a killing spree. And Kay, what are your thoughts on this?
Boo and who?
Yeah,
a lot of people have to retire or can't work because of a disability. They don't go murdering people. And this is just insane because he really picked someone from his past who he liked and who liked him.
Yeah.
And he had no ill will towards Paige either.
Yeah.
It really was just like convenience.
Yeah. Like, was it extra? Did he get an extra kick out of it? Because like she's going like, why are you doing this? I wanted you to marry my daughter. Like, do you think that's like extra juice for him?
I don't know. And then the other woman was just completely random.
Yeah. And now here, it to me is another example of why the double standard of between being men and women. Like you're saying women, there's multiple people that will murder you at a drop of a hat.
Yep.
This is the guys on Fear Thy Knaves where they can't be in power anymore at their job. And so they go off the deep end and kill someone. It's like they lost that little bit of power they had, doesn't have it anymore, turns into a serial killer. It's like a dude thing is basically what I'm saying.
It's 100% a dude thing.
It's like, really?
When women murder people, it's because they have been wronged by that person.
Yeah, this guy just was bored or something, was like, I'm not a cop anymore. I can't tell people what to do. Like, what? Ugh.
A cab.
I think it's time for those lists.
Kate's unnamed list.
Friggin' hit me.
Car cape.
Beep, beep.
Black Jeep Wrangler.
Noise. Soft top. Not as noise, but still cool.
I think that's it.
On to Kurt's Kick-Ass List.
Kick-Ass List.
Another stocked to the brim with K-Money's Kurt's Kick-Ass List stuff tonight, right? Mm-hmm. Another one where it was just like, I might have 5 things on here. It starts. It's surreal. It's like a bad horror movie. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good one.
It's like living in a bad horror movie.
You're on the list. Nina loves frogs. She was quirky. She loved frogs, Elvis Presley, country music. Kurt's Kick-Ass List, pop culture type stuff. Boom and boom.
She loved frogs and Elvis Presley and country music.
It's not like on TV. DNA takes a friggin' month.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt's Kick-Ass List, of course.
Like they do on TV.
This, I should have maybe mentioned early, but I've got a B-roll. You busted. Every time they did a recreation of the dead woman around some broken glass frogs that the cops were dusting and stuff. We see it a billion times in the app. It was so funny to me how many frog statues they did not have to sell this scene. They probably had maybe 20 frogs. And you look in the background, it was empty. It was like they were in like a freaking hotel room. I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. You want to do this scene, you got to get more frogs, y'all.
She had a frog covering every inch of that house. Commit, y'all.
This really did look like some sort of black box theater presentation of like half a play a scene. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yep.
Oh my God. So anyway, B-roll, you busted. Busted. And then we had an aha moment, but it was interesting. It was the fact that an aha moment was missing. He said, we brought her in to tell her about the 2 killers. It was not an aha moment.
There wasn't an aha moment in that meeting.
And I was going, dudes, I mean.
Not one and one. Doesn't matter. Just mention it. You're on the list.
Done and done. And my last one. This was where I was like, wow, we're really mixing it up too. Kurt's Kick-Ass List is when they say the name of the show in it.
Oh.
Now this is like Dateline and stuff, but I love how they try and shoehorn it in. Buried in the Backyard is one that does it a lot. They got somebody here to say, to call this an unexpected killer is an understatement. And they're like, you know you're making it a show, right, dude? You're friggin' in.
To call this an unexpected killer is almost an understatement.
And they're not wrong. This is such a what the it's him kind of moment.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be thinking about this one for a while.
Yes. It's hard to grasp how terrible and evil it was that he went to the friggin' mom of his college girlfriend. I can't.
Who he liked.
Yeah, and she put up a fight and they said ran through the house and stuff because there was like a trail of blood that they saw at the luminol.
Oh yeah, she fought.
So there's like at least 30 seconds where she's like, she goes from like, hey, it's Jeff. Wait, why is Jeff? Oh no. Like, that's horrible. So are you going to watch more of these?
Oh yes.
They're good. They're good enough, absolutely. Like it fills the need. Unusual Suspects also, but we'll probably do one of those soon. Okay. And on that note, I'm Kurt Money.
I'm Kateline.
Poo-poo, no to you.